Welcome or welcome back. My name is Julia and today we're going to be learning how to package packages and I'm going to be sharing some of my thrifting tips. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell so you get notified every single time I post a new video. So if you don't already know, I own my own business on Instagram. It's called Return and Gaze, where I resell clothing. So today we are going to be packaging some packages from that drop, which was my pink drop, so all of the items are pink. So first I'm going to go over the things that I use and mention if they're optional or not optional. So first, obviously you're going to need your items. I have 3 items here. It's relatively a small batch of packages, but I try to ship out quickly in order to have customers come back and to not be waiting on your package forever. No one likes to wait on a package for forever. Next, I have my poly mailers. I have a few different sizes and this is what my items are going to go inside of. You can get these on Amazon for about $15 a pack. In the description below, I'll link some similar ones. Then the optional things are some business cards, which these are my business cards. I absolutely love them. I think they're super cute. If you want to see them, that's what they look like. I'll show this upside down. This is what they look like. And then I use a Sharpie to write a personal note on the back. And then because I do claim to be an eco-friendly queen, I wrap all of my packages in newspaper. Most people use tissue paper and I think that's a really nice touch, but I'm not trying to take out any more paper or trees from the environment that we already have to. You are also going to need some sort of packing tape or a label printer, and this is because you need to stick your label on with something. Here's my shipping tape. I know you can also get this on Amazon and it's not too expensive. So the first thing I'm going to do is start out by writing notes on all of these. They're all just going to be simple notes, but they're going to be personal. So now, like I said in the beginning, while I do these, I'm going to talk to you about thrifting tips. My number 1 thrifting tip is know what you're looking for. If you walk into a thrift store and you can look down a rack and find, oh, that's what I want, then you're going to be set. For example, I've gotten very good at identifying all Free People items. So I can be walking down an aisle and I can see the shoulder of an item and I can say, oh, that's definitely Free People. By doing this, it saves me time and I can spend much more time in the thrift store finding many more things. So now I've written personal messages on every single business card and each of them are going to go into each package. Thrifting tip number 2. So my second thrifting tip is when you go into the thrift store, have a good mindset. I've gone to the thrift store so many times, already frustrated or impatient or in a bad mood, and I walk in there and I do not think I'm going to find anything, and I don't. So you have to walk in there with a good mood, thinking to yourself, I'm gonna find something, so that way it gives you the little boost of energy to look through more racks and find more things. The next thing I'm gonna do is fold all of my items very nicely. So now I have all of my items folded and I'm going to wrap them in newspaper. The way I wrap them in newspaper is simply how you wrap a present. Depending on how big each item is, I use a piece of newspaper that will fit it perfectly. So for this little crop top, I'm just using this piece of paper. So I just brought up this chair. It looks really weird, but I just brought it here so you guys can see what I'm doing. So then I just have this little package that I'm going to slip into the poly mailer with the business card. So for this little one, I obviously have a little tiny poly mailer. The size of this one is 6 by 9. Now, if I have a high volume of orders, I will write the person's name and address on the front, but because I don't, I can look at them on my phone and basically remember which every package is. I can only do that though because each of these are super different sizes. For example, this one's really small, the sweatshirt will be pretty big, and the long sleeve will be medium. Just in case though, I do not seal my bags just in case I do end up forgetting what's inside. Thrifting tip number 3. When going thrifting, always hit the women's and men's tops first. This is what I do, and I find the best items here. You can always find some vintage in the men's section and some pretty tops in the women's section. I found Princess Polly, Brandy Melville, Misguided, brands like that, all in the women's top section. I also love the hoodie section because, I mean, who doesn't love a good hoodie? I now have my tie-dye piece and I'm going to wrap it in this newspaper. So now I have this one and I'm going to slip it into a slightly larger poly mailer. Lastly, onto the sweatshirt where I use this giant piece of newspaper to wrap it. I usually wrap these on an obviously larger surface, but just to show you guys, I'm using this chair. That was already folded. So now I have this one that looks like a fat Christmas present and it's going to go into my next poly mailer. Thrifting tip number 5. I think this is 5. I'm really not sure. But if it's not, don't let me know because I don't really care that much. But thrifting tip number 5. So when you go into a thrift store, make sure you look for stains. This is especially if you're a reseller, because I have got so many things that have stains on them. Now if they're white, it doesn't matter because bleach takes stains out of most white things, so that is always a plus. But if it is not white, look for little brown dots and yellowing stains. Those are the 2 biggest stains that I always see. Okay, since I am aware of what's in each package, I am going to seal up each of them. So now I have all my packages all together and packaged, and now I'm going to hop on pirateship.com where I've made a free account to ship these packages. So I have to admit to you guys, I'm not a tech savvy guru, so you guys are just going to get my camera recording my laptop screen. But before that, thrifting tip number 6, I think. Do your research before you go to a thrift store. Do your research, do your research. The reason I said this is because you can go to a thrift store and waste all of your time and not find one single item. But when you go online, always look at the amount of stars it has and the pictures. If it looks clean, honestly, it might have better items. But those are 2 things I always look at to see where the good things are. I don't like going to thrift stores that I haven't researched and wasting my time. So here we have the opening screen of Pirate Ship. If you already have an account, you can obviously type in your email and password. If not, you can obviously go up to create a free account. So once you create an account, this is what it will look like. For me, these are my already shipped packages, but for you, if you're brand new, you won't have any shipped yet. So to start, I'm going to click on ship and press single. From here, it brings me to the screen where I type in all of the information of my buyer. I then go down to here, and since most of my packages are in poly mailers, I press envelope, padded envelope, poly bag, soft bag, or bag in a box. I have my length, width, and package weight, and from there I get my rates. To protect the privacy of the person's name and shipping address I've entered, I'm only able to show you this, but this is what shows up after you press get rates. So this is how much the little package that was in the pink poly mailer is going to cost, $3.25. After you press buy label, and then from there you can print and buy your label. So after that, all I have to do is tape the label to the front using my shipping tape, and then I drop it in the mailbox at the post office. You can also schedule for a post office pickup at your house, but I usually just drop it off at the post office myself. That is all I have for you guys today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!